Every year for my birthday, I do a birthday book haul here on YouTube. I've done quite a few of them and I have such a good time. It's the one time of year that I allow myself to kind of splurge and buy some books. My setup is a little bit different this year, but that's okay because we're embracing all of the changes that we're going through this year. So I'm going to show you guys what I bought from bookstores, Amazon, all of that fun stuff, and just books that I've read, books that I haven't read, some TBRs and some new ones. So let's just get right into it. First, let's just get Amazon out of the way because there's just one box and I'm pretty sure all of the books that I bought are in this one box. Is my son's head in this video? I need to scoot over. I think in past years I've done so many books. Like I've splurged and gotten 15 books, 20 books before, and this year I didn't do that because we're not in our current house. I have limited space to put these books, but I still bought books and that's what matters. I bought these a few weeks ago, so I kind of forgot what I bought, which is the fun part. I always order them a little bit earlier. Okay, let's just close my eyes because these are all upside down. It's the back of the books, so let's see what I got. Rewind it back, and I made sure to get the edition that matches my other editions because now I know that Liz Tom Ford is doing all of these editions. They're really pretty, they're really nice, but I don't have those. I have all of these indie covers and I wanted to match and make sure that I got the indie cover. So can you see that? Rewind it back, which was not a favorite of mine from the series, but this year I did really enjoy it. I think that Liz Tom Ford crushes her characters. Like her female characters are always so sweet to die for and so deep for a sports romance. And Rio, our cute Rio. I'm so happy we finally got his book, and now I'm looking forward to the next book coming out, which is Caught Up Someone's Dad, and I'm really excited for that. But I have already read this. I'm on the couch, so I'm like, where do I put this? There you go. Oh no. Baby's waking up, so I gotta go fast. The Shattered King, which was a 5-star read for me in one of the vlogs that I've recently done. I have not had many 5 stars this year. I think I've only had 5, this being the 5th or the 6th. This one, highly recommend. Such a fun romantasy. Was not expecting to like it as much as I did. I randomly picked it up on Kindle Unlimited and it impressed me. It impressed me so much. Nim, our main female character, reminds me a lot of Irene from Tower of Dawn, the Throne of Glass series. She's a healer and she's got these magical abilities and she's treating someone who is a little bit spoiled, our prince in this book. But yeah, I was not expecting to like it and I think this one really pulled me out of a slump, so I highly recommend, and I needed a physical copy. I'm like so excited to have my shelves back one day. Oh no, I'm out of coffee. The next book, The Sword of Kaigen. Oh my god, that's thicker than I thought. I mean, I did read it on Kindle, but I didn't realize how dense this was. This was such an amazing book, and now that I'm a mother, I really resonate with it. Like, it's a super emotional, traumatic book, and I recommend it if you're ever in the mood for a fantasy that will kind of leave you hanging and leave you... It's darker. Let's just say that. It's dark. And then this one, I know what this one is because I can tell by the colors. Dark Fever by Karen Marie Moning. And you guys, if you've been on my channel for any amount of time, you know that this series is near and dear to my heart. Even if it's not the best series ever, it's a little cringy, there's a little bit of 2000s vibe to it, but this series did get me into reading and it made me pick up ACOTAR. My mom recommended it to me and I absolutely love it. My friend Ashley and I are gonna reread it. I think I'm gonna start reading it this weekend. Like, I'm really excited to reread it because I haven't read it in like 6 years, so let's see if it holds up. This book is about a girl named Mac. Her sister was murdered and she takes it upon herself to figure out who murdered her sister, but she has to travel to Ireland to do so, and she gets wrapped up in some fae lore. And it is, honestly, looking back, it's a really cringy book series, but I want to reread it, and I know that it's picking up in popularity because of the new cover redesign. When I read them, I had the mass markets and I was listening to them, and this cover was not around, so I'm excited to reread it. Those are all of the Amazon books, and then Brock and I went to Barnes & Noble and Second & Charles the other day. I had a few Barnes & Noble gift cards and I wanted to spend them on my birthday. How old am I? 27? I'm 27. And I wanted to go to Barnes & Noble for my birthday, and it was great. So I bought 3 books from Barnes & Noble with my gift cards, and let me show them to you. Let's first start with this one because I've seen it a little bit, but I'm not overly excited to read it, but I want to read this series as a whole, so I'm like, why not pick it up? And I haven't read a hockey romance in a really long time. Consider Me by Becca Mack, and this series, what is it called? Playing for Keeps. I've seen Playing for Keeps everywhere, like this series, and I'm pretty sure these are new covers. Am I right? Maybe I'm wrong. I've heard that this one is a boy obsessed with the girl kind of vibe, and I really, really love that trope. I love it when there's a simp of a man for a girl, and this one I've heard our main character, what is his name? Carter meets Olivia, and he can't think of anyone else. And too bad for him, Olivia is hell-bent on keeping him at arm's length with no intention of giving in to his charms. I love it because you know she's gonna give in one day. It is pretty dense, but I think that's just the pages are really thick. Then this one, I'm gonna save that one for last because I'm really excited for that. I think I'm gonna start it soon. Let's talk about Laura, I can never say her name, Laura Falasa, Bewitched, which I've seen. Actually, I think I've seen it on Kindle Unlimited. It's on my... I have something in my eye. Can you tell? Because I've been playing with my eye for a little bit. I've seen the series on Kindle Unlimited, and I've read a few books from her before. I've read the Four Horsemen and the Rhapsodic series from her, which I didn't love the Four Horsemen, but it was still fun. Like, it was a fun series to be in. So I'm expecting me to enjoy this one a little bit more. Like, it seems more up my alley than the dystopian Four Horsemen book series. Celine, our main character, is trying to get into this witch coven, and she travels to South America to be with the coven, but she stumbles upon an ancient being that she awakens, and that ancient being kills the whole coven that she was trying to become a part of. I'm not laughing, but it just seems like our main character has bad luck because, yeah. So of course she gets accused for the murder of all of these witches in the coven, and she relies on this ancient being, who I'm pretty sure is gonna be a man, to help give her answers. So I don't know. It sounds interesting. It sounds a little bit different, especially like she goes to South America. So I'm expecting the mix of like modern day plus fantasy, and I think I'm gonna like that. Most of the time I don't, but I think that's because a lot of authors will include technology or current day slang, and I'm not into that. I don't like that. But her going to South America, I feel like could be very different, and not like an American woman gets sucked into a fae world and she like takes her cell phone and like is calling people and texting in this fae world. I don't think it'll be like that. So I'm interested to see if this series holds up or is any different than the modern day series that I read. My stack is gonna fall over. Then this one is what I got at Second & Charles, but I did get another book at Barnes. I'm just gonna show that one last. I got The Heir at Second & Charles by Sophie Lark. This is the indie version, I'm pretty sure, and I got it for $11.95 at Second & Charles. Love the Second & Charles near me. They do wonderful, wonderful book deals. Brock and I always have a blast going there, and it actually was our first outing with Cyrus, so that was a lot of fun. Like, our first outing besides like the pediatrician or my doctor's appointments, so that was really fun to kind of get out and take him to a bookstore for his first outing. But I don't really know anything about this. I'm pretty sure it's mafia set on a college campus, I think, but this whole series is like that. The inside of it, like all of the pages, the writing looks so fast-paced and so easy. There's no paragraphs. It's just like, well, that's a lie. The paragraphs are split up by a return. Like, there's no flow, it looks like. I don't know how to describe it. Doesn't that look funny? Like, it just looks like I'm gonna read this in one sitting. Even though that it looks dense, I don't think it'll take me very long. So, and you know, if I like it enough, I have another series that I can read. Okay. This one I am so excited for. First, The cover is beautiful. And I got a hardcover, but it is by Julie Johnson. It's The Wind Weaver. Let's just appreciate this cover. Did it focus? I hope it focused. So pretty. Fate is tempest, but so is she. Tempest? What is the definition of tempest?
Tempest means a violent, windy storm.
Fate is a violent, windy storm, but so is she. To be honest, at Barnes & Noble, when I saw this book, I bought it for the cover. I'm not gonna lie, but I did look it up on Goodreads, and my good friend Mel Reads here on BookTube rated it 5 stars. So when I saw that on Goodreads, I was like, oh, I trust her ratings with my life because she is the biggest fantasy romantasy reader here that I've seen or that I watch on BookTube. So I'm very, very excited to read this one because she loved it so much. There's a prophecy that our main character is involved in, and she could either help her realm or doom her realm, and I feel like that's all romantasy books, but that's okay because this one is just so pretty. It looks very, very interesting, and it's not on Kindle Unlimited because when I saw this book I was like, let me look it up, see if it's on Kindle, because if it is, I won't buy the physical. It wasn't, so I bought the physical because I was like, I really want to read this even though it was $30. It's okay. It's okay. This was most of my Barnes & Noble gift card money. I feel like for my 27th birthday, giving myself these books, buying books for myself, having a little book haul for here on BookTube just makes me feel familiar and comfortable and excited and happy and kind of motivated to read more because I've been in this new era of my life. The reading and things that I'm doing for myself have been put on the back burner. Rightfully so. I have a new human that I'm taking care of, but like today was the first day that I've put on makeup in maybe 2 weeks, so it just feels good to do that for a video and have all of these new books right in front of me. I'm gonna keep them stacked on this little side table over here so I can just pull one off and read because the motivation is there. I'm ready. I know that I will never be able to get back to my old self. There's no bounce back period for me. Like, I'm just stepping into this new version of myself, and this new version of myself wants to read. Okay, she wants to read. She just has to find the mental energy to read. So I'm gonna pick one of these books in the next few days to read, and if you want to follow along and see what I'm reading, go ahead and be my friend on Goodreads so you can see what I'm reading in real time. I update the percentages like crazy. The link is down in the description below. And if you want to support my channel, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.